Hey everybody, this is Lord Magicus, and this week we're going to play Merfolk and Penny Dreadful again. So the end of the season for Penny Dreadful is actually coming up, so we have like another 3 weeks left, I think. And then after that, everything that's more than 2 cents is going to rotate out of the format, and everything that is not in the format right now that's worth 2 cents or less is going to rotate in. So they will check the prices over the course of the week following the release of Kaldheim, and then adjust the legality list accordingly. So the format's going to look probably really different than now. And there's a very good chance like a lot of the merfolk that are here may not be legal, and we might get some other ones, maybe like Merfolk Mistfinder or Trickster or something. Maybe they'll come into the format. So I want to get some more games jammed with this before the season rotates, because we have no idea if this will even be a playable deck after it rotates. So let's have fun while we can, and then we'll see how it looks afterwards. But more importantly, at the end of the month, there is going to be a Penny Dreadful 500 event, and I will talk about that in a sec. So we'll look at our list here. This is basically the same list that I've played before. I don't think that Curious Obsession is a card that you really want in this deck, because if you want to play Curious Obsession, you should be playing something that looks more like this. That actually has cards like Dive Down in it, or Spell Pierce to protect your creatures. But yeah, like this can support stuff like Tempest and Fairy Vandal, or they're much better. They work so much better with this Curious Obsession. So I don't think that that's the correct way to build Merfolk in this format. I think the sticking to a good tribal and tempo strategy is a good way to go. So that's how I've designed it, and the card that I've kind of replaced it with is Brineborn Cutthroat, because it actually works with our hard permission spells like Deprive and our bound spells like Vapor Snag, for instance. Here, they work pretty well. And this is like just like Trickster is for in Modern, like when we pass the turn and hold up 2 mana. If we don't want to play Deprive, we can always play in like Brineborn, so makes it a lot less miserable to pass with open mana. Otherwise, we're just playing a bunch of Lords in our deck. Coralhelm's still really good. Silvergill's always good. Both of these cards are excellent against like the Storm and Reanimator deck, so we want to keep these in the deck. I'm only going to play 3 Mishra's Factory. I don't want all 4, because we actually do need double blue a lot. So the blue mana, yeah, this deck's very hungry for that. You don't really want to keep a hand that has like Factory Island if you can help it. You would much prefer to see like 2 islands and then draw this later, but yeah, the worst possible thing, because we're not a Aether Vial, if you start with like 2 factories, that's a mulligan. So sometimes you can get away with like 1 island, but in general, you really need like 2 blue mana for this to work. And a lot of times you may want to get to 3 or 4 blue so you can double spell in a turn. And we're still going to keep the tech of Waterfront Bouncer, which basically this is the only format that we get to play this Merfolk in. He's actually pretty sweet. Sideboard, Rebuild, you need this for Affinity. Spell Pierce is good against the combo decks. I've also played this against Affinity, and it helps. Into the Roil's extra bounce, except this also has a kicker to draw a card. I think that's fine. But it also bounces some annoying prison-y cards. There's like a blue enchantment that kind of combos by... I mean, it's you can't attack unless you exile a card from your graveyard, and they'll play stuff that exiles cards from your graveyard, so it's kind of like Lantern Control. So like this card is a little bit of a hedge against that. Annul, similar, like this is good against Affinity. It's also good against stuff like Rune Halo if we go up against like the prison-y decks. And Aegis Turtle, this is something I'm trying against the aggro decks to see if this helps. I think against like the mono green and mono red, I think this will be helpful, but we'll find out. So that's all I have to say about the deck. We'll see it in action, but I want you to see. So where if we want to play a league in here, how do we go about doing that? Because maybe people haven't actually played a league in Penny Dreadful before and you were curious. Well, you go to pennydreadfulmagic.com, alright? You have to, create an account and sign in. So I'm signed in here as Lord Magicus, and I've actually started my league here. So you click on league here. Here it says sign up. You can either upload a deck list, which if you go to MTGO, it will let you export the deck. You can just export it here, and then you can upload it here, and it will fill all this out for you. You just put your online username, submit it, and that's it. That's all that you have to do. So, if you need to manually report something, you can go here on the site to report it. Otherwise, most of the time the Penny Dreadful bot is watching your games and you'll see him in the chat. Otherwise, yeah, it's if you want to see what your current list is that you're in a league with, there's no cost to enter the leagues. You just play 5 matches against 5 different people, or sometimes you can play against the same person as long as they're not on the same league run. So if they finish their league and come back, then you can play against them. But most of the time, it'll be like 5 different people. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so there's no entry fee, but there are some prizes, but they are doled out at the end of the season. So if you actually look here, it'll explain how this works. You play 5 matches. You know, for every match that you win in the league, you get 1 point. If you go 5-0, you get an extra point, so you'll end up with 6 points. And then at the end of every month, whoever the top 8 players are who have accumulated the most match wins throughout the leagues will get some free ticks from this. So first place will get like 6 ticks, second place will be 4. I mean, since you're not paying anything for this and you're getting free prizes, I don't know what more you want. This it's really fun. It's cheap. Can borrow the decks for free from like Card Hoarder and Mana Traders. Yeah, and you can actually like get ticks from doing this every month. So if you are trying to play MTGO on a budget, this is a very good way to do it. I highly recommend it. Yeah, and on here, if you want to go, if you're not sure like what decks you want to play, it'll show you all different kinds of stuff that you can choose from. There's tons of archetypes in this format, so yeah, signing up for the league is really easy. And also, at the end of this month, and this is worth mentioning, there is the Penny Dreadful 500. Now, this is like a serious tournament because there are going to be 500 ticks of prizes doled out for this, and the entry for this is free. So it's going to be on January 30th. Works kind of the same way. You sign up. There's a link to Gatherling on here. So you click on here, and then you go under events, and it'll be over here. It's pretty simple. You just submit your list the same way that we just submitted a list here. First prize, 130 ticks. Second prize, 90. So you can see they're giving away a pretty significant chunk of money here for a 0-cost entry tournament. So yeah, this is something that probably worth grinding a little bit and getting some experience with a deck, because it doesn't, like you can get the whole deck that you're gonna play with for free, and you don't have to pay entry fee. So what better way to grind out value in MTGO than just doing well in this event? So this will be really fun. There are ways to actually earn buys if you win a tournament. So if you go and play in like the Penny Dreadful Thursdays or Saturdays or the FNM, like if you win, you actually get a buy for this. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So also you might see here my buddy Alpha Moyer, who I've been playing Dark Souls with. So I will be actually playing Dark Souls Monday nights on his channel. I'll retweet the link out to it if you want to watch me and my 2 friends get our asses kicked at Dark Souls. Yeah, we're going to be doing that probably forever, because we're going to play through all of the games, and we're trying to get it so we're all helping each other all progress through it. So yeah, he's got a buy in here already, so I'm sure that he's going to be playing. I'm looking forward to this event. So yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna jam Merfolk. This is what I intend to take into the event. I think this deck is strong, and I think it has a really good chance of winning. I've made, I've done pretty well in the tournament playing with this deck. I think it's got what it takes. If you have a little bit of luck on your side, I think that this is a deck that could take down that event. So I want to get a little more practice in with it, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna do well with it. So probably the week following that, I will do some content on it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know exactly what format that's going to be yet, but maybe it'll be like this or how I did the last event. But yeah, so that's all I got for talking about this. So yeah, let's get into some gameplay. I'm trying to keep this short, but this needed to be a little bit longer because we had to like actually show this off, because I don't think I've actually shown the sign up part in here. So I will see you in a second, and we will start playing our first game. Okay, here we are. Alright. So you can see here the Penny Dreadful bot is in the chat, and he's already giving us the confirmation this is perfectly fine. We are on the draw here. I think this hand is okay. I will keep it. I have something to do on turn 1. Hey. So, yeah, I like Penny Dreadful specifically for that reason. Like, it is really good to, yeah, if you want to play on MTGO and you're not like super comfortable with it, yeah, you know, if you want to learn how to play competitively in MTGO, like this format's great. Ooh, Mishra's Factory. So what do we got? Generator Servant. I am definitely going to be snagging that back to his hand. So I think here, well, I can do either Deprive or Brineborn. I'm probably going to go with Brineborn, I think. Yeah. And see, one of the fun things about this is like all the people who play this format are like really chill. I have never had a problem with anybody in here. Usually people are happy to chat with you and like and I've never gotten like super salt or anything like that, so very, very positive thing. Okay. Seething Song. So something big's about to happen. We're gonna deprive the fuck out of whatever he's gonna cast. Yeah. Okay. That's 7 mana. Yeah, I would prefer that's not happening. Tectonic Giant is a he's kind of like one of the Uro of this format. Whenever he attacks or becomes the target of a spell, he either deals 3 damage or you get to like exile the top card of your deck, and you can play that card. So he's card advantage, and yeah, he represents a huge clock by himself. Alright, so let's play Silvergill Adept. I guess I'm going to reveal Merfolk Sovereign. Oh, you know what? I might actually... Maybe I should have revealed Reejerey. Because, you know, there's probably a better chance I'm going to play that next turn. They're going to know I have Sovereign in hand. Okay, well... That's fine, because we have a bajillion basics in our deck, so I'm not worried about that. I will trade the Silvergill with this thing, because I don't want them ramping out more nonsense cards. Okay, what do you got? Yes, please. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna play Reejerey because then it lets me do stuff like play Master, or I can play 2 spells next turn. I can play like Master plus Coralhelm, or maybe if I draw a land, I might go Sovereign plus Master, and then yeah, that'd be fine. Everflowing Chalice. Okay, so yeah, just more rampy stuff for the big nonsense. All right, cool. Sweet. Untap Island. Let's put the Master in play to get our guys out of bolt range. I guess we'll untap the island and represent like Vapor Snag or something. But this is probably really good. Yeah. Alright, okay, so Goblin Dark Dwellers is okay. So you can like Chain Lightning my face if you want, I guess. I guess they want to draw a card, so they're going to Cleansing Wildfire. Okay, that's not a big deal. Like, they're probably just dead next turn, so... Okay. Yeah, there any particular reason? I guess I could just play like Waterfront Bouncer first. No, how do I do this? I don't think it's gonna matter. I guess I'll play Coralhelm. I will untap this, and then I will play the Lord, tap the Dark Dwellers, and just attack for 15. I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna put this in play just in case for some reason it does. So this should kill him right now. So that'll be 15. Alright, so he's playing the red rampy deck. So probably Deprive is a card that we want. Vapor Snag is okay. I don't know if it's... I don't know. They do have some big spells that you might want to snag back, but like Dark Dwellers is something you really want to deprive. I can cut one. Trying to think. I don't think the turtle is going to matter. There is an argument for Spell Pierce. There's some sweepers that you could be concerned about. Into the Roil is fine, I guess. Trying to think what else. I think most of the big things that they're going to cast are creatures. Is there anything else here that like I really desperately want? The 1-drops here are not that important. It might be okay just to keep this snags, but I'm considering the Spell Pierce, and I'm also considering this, but I think this might be a little bit too slow. It does draw a card like in the late game, though. Maybe like Spell Piercing, Seething Song could be worth it. I could take out the Waterfront Bouncers for that. I think that's fine. We'll run it back. Yeah, if you don't know, like, Cursecatcher and Mistcaller are both very good against Reanimator, because this can stop their, like, busted starts where they win in, like, turn 1. So it lets you put pressure in play that disrupts them. I guess we have to keep this. It's not perfect, but I think it's good enough. Mold to 6, that's fine. Probably, like, lead with Cursecatcher. Mistcaller doesn't do anything, but Cursecatcher does keep him off of, like, rituals into nonsense, so let's go with that. But yeah, against Reanimator also, you know, or like even the Storm decks, like they're fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, Mistcaller stops like Animate Dead and Reanimate, so I guess I'm just gonna pass here. I don't think it's worth it to tap out for Mistcaller because that doesn't do anything against his deck. I want to wait until he like uses Seething Song and thinks the coast is clear. Okay, he's gonna cycle. That's fine. Oh, okay, he doesn't have another land drop. That's interesting. Alright, well then I will take a turn off to play Reejerey. Actually, I will yield through this turn. Hope he doesn't find a land. Okay, nope. Okay, well he didn't find a land last time, so let's hope that he doesn't now. So that's like the thing about Merfolk. Once you get to 3 mana, you have like infinite lords because we're playing 12 plus Coralhelm Commander, which can very often become a big lord. So we might Cleansing Wildfire. No, just Chalice. Okay, that's good. That's excellent. I guess I'm just gonna play Mistcaller and pass. Sure, I will tap his Chalice. I have 2 Deprives up, so like as long I can keep if he finds like a mountain and tries to go for like Tectonic Giant, I actually can just counter it easily. I think I would prefer that that's stuck there. You can play another Chalice if you want. I'm not concerned by it. Three Chain Lightning so far. I'm not... Yeah, I don't think we're in a bad spot. We have time to be a little patient. Yeah, see, like... This is something I feel is worth countering. I guess I will tap a Chalice. We're probably on the road to victory here. So even if he plays like a giant now, I can just play Sovereign, tap it with the Reejerey trigger, and he's dead. There we go. Good games. Alright, well, there we go. We beat the mono red. I guess it's like, how do I describe it? Like mono red ramp. So that's going to be our game for today. Everybody, please give us a thumbs up. Leave some comments. I always read through them, and I appreciate them very much. They mean the world to me. I always am interested in your feedback and all the stuff I'm doing on my channel. I try to do a little bit of everything so that everybody gets what they want. Yeah, so that's all I got for now. Thanks, everyone. I will see you again tomorrow.